Hey, welcome to the Real Impact Show. I'm going to let my co-host Don Jacks say that again.
The Real Impact Show. Welcome to our episode.
That's right, and my name is Aaron Zapata, and you know what? We are rebranding, we are starting afresh, and I'm excited about what this show means to all of us.
Yes, it's nice to be back at it, Aaron. It's been a while.
You know, it has been a while, and it took quite a hiatus. In fact, I'm sure I have some listeners who have just queued up this show and realized, A, I have a co-host, welcome.
Thank you very much.
B is, what in the world are we going to do? Is it that different?
Yes.
Yes.
It is different. It is not the same show as it used to be.
That's right. And so we do want to welcome you for the first time if you are a new listener to our show. And we also want to welcome you back. So if you have heard some of the old podcasts from 5-6 years ago,
it's been that long.
It has been that long.
Yes. Wow.
We are bringing to you new, fresh information. And Don and I go way, way back. But before we talk about our history,
yes,
who's this show for?
This show is for realtors. This show is for growth-minded realtors looking to do more, looking to learn, looking to do bigger, better things in their world of real estate.
Yeah. You and I work in real estate full-time and part-time.
Yeah,
that's my joke. You know, it's like it's my full-time job and my part-time job.
Yes.
And why do I say that? Because anybody who's in real estate right now knows that this is one of the most hardest jobs to do in terms of the hours that it takes.
Job and a half at least.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, I look at people working outside doing things like we're doing a lot of street repair outside of our office.
Yes.
And I'm thankful that I'm not doing that job.
Lots of gratitude, yes.
Physically, not that hard.
Yes.
But in terms of the emotional strain, the financial strain, the hours put in, this is a tough job.
The mental space that it takes right now to keep going and the grit that's required to keep going in today's market is, I mean, we have 50 years of combined experience plus.
We do.
I've never seen anything like this.
You're right. I even tell our clients that this is the toughest, last year, 2023 was the toughest year that I've ever seen in my entire career of real estate.
Yes.
And that's because like our seasonally adjusted averages were down 25% from the
right.
normal market.
That's right. The normal market being 2019, the last normal
correct.
year. Yeah.
Down almost 50%, depending on the market, from the highs in the middle of COVID.
That's right.
When interest rates were at a historically low rate.
You mean free money.
Free money.
Free money.
You know, and everybody was moving with that free money.
That's right.
And so, you know, everybody moved. Lots of sales were great. Realtors, man, if you were in the business 2 years ago, you thought that you could do everything. In fact, I said to people, when realtors start buying homes, they get nervous.
That's right.
Did I say that?
That's right. That's right.
And sure enough, like the next year, down 40%. 2022 was down 40% from the year before, and then last year was down again from the year before that, down almost 50% from the high.
Yeah, let's be very clear, of course, not prices, but number of transactions.
Right.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And the flip side, as hard as it has been, I know we have some specifics we want to get to, but there's still agents doing the work and having banner years in some cases.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's possible even in the toughest market that we've ever seen.
Absolutely. I see people on Instagram that are doing over 100 homes a year, even in this market. Right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So our job is to go find those people, to bring them on our show,
That's right.
and interview them for you and your benefit so that you can learn from us. And here's who this show's not for. Like Don, you said this, but if you're not growth-minded, if you're an agent that is kind of, you know, hanging it out to dry and you're just thinking, oh, maybe it's just time to hang up the hat and fade away into the sunset, you know, we're probably not going to offer you very much.
Not going to have much that you want to listen to right now. If you're not looking to take off and get better than we are today.
And the other thing too is there are a lot of podcasts dedicated to like real estate wealth growth.
Yes.
Okay, like Bigger Pockets and some of those other ones where
the
you
home flipping podcast.
This is not for that show either.
Absolutely. If you're a real estate investor, we have lots of information to share with you, just probably not on this podcast.
Yeah, we might share a story that you know evokes some sort of understanding of what it's like to be in that realm.
Yeah.
We might interview a top agent that does flipping and makes money that way. But we're not here to give you advice on how to get into the flipping business, the wholesaling business, the apartment syndication business, you name it. There's all of these things, the build manufactured building. I mean, I see them all the time, all those ads.
That's right.
For everything.
That's right.
We're here to bring you actionable items that are going to work for you today.
Yeah, that make a difference for your family's life, your business right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And growth-minded agents understand that not everything in every podcast and every seminar and everything that they read or watch or go to is going to apply to them.
Squirrel.
Oh, yeah. But they're going to get one nugget of truth.
Yes.
You could be listening to this for an entire half an hour, and 29 minutes was a waste of your time. But there's going to be one thing that's said, one glimmer of hope that you get, and it's going to totally radically transform your life.
That's so true. And it's funny that you say that on coaching sessions, 30-minute coaching sessions. Every once in a while, it'll be minute 29 and a half where something is brought up, something is said, something is shared, and our client will go, oh, that was brilliant.
That was it.
I can't wait. That's it. And sometimes it takes 29 minutes or sometimes 32 minutes to get to that answer. Or sometimes it takes a year and a half worth of coaching to get there. But we intend on sharing at least one nugget that everybody listening can put into place and really have some success with.
Yeah, absolutely. The word momentum. We all need to gain momentum.
Yes.
As realtors, you can lose momentum.
Yes.
In fact, I'm going to give you a nugget of truth right now.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the best farming investment tip for geographical farming that you're going to get all year.
Truth bomb number one coming up.
Truth bomb number one. If you plan to farm for less than 1 year, you are throwing your money away.
Don't do it.
I want to give you some investment advice. If your budget is $1,000 a month and you're only going to do it for 9 months, do me a favor. Send me the check every month for $1,000 a month.
That's right.
And at the end of 9 months, I will send you back a check for $3,000. That is a better return than you're going to get if you're farming and have no intention of following through on that farm for over a year.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we'd rather talk you out of geo farming if you're not going to be in it for a long haul. That doesn't mean you have to wait 12, 18 months for a deal.
At least I'm telling them they're going to get some money back. Right?
Yes, if you don't send it to Aaron and you stop after 9 months, you probably won't have any kind of return.
That's right.
But you'll be in better shape if you were walking your farm. So there is that.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes. Oh, one more thing. This isn't for you if you don't want to have fun while you're learning.
That's true.
Right? We goof around a lot around here. We work our faces off here and we have a lot of fun. So if you are not into that, you might as well not listen any further, because I promise we'll make you mad sooner or later, because we're going to have a lot of fun while we do this and share with you.
If you're listening to that right now, you're like, oh, I don't like those guys. See you later. That's okay.
Thank you for checking us out. We wish you the best.
1,000 other podcasts that you can listen to, but we're a little snarky sometimes. My nickname in junior high.
No,
remember,
I don't.
Mr. Smarty Pants. So if we don't get a little sarcastic a little bit at some time in this podcast, we're not being real.
That's right.
We're not being real.
We're not being real at all. A bit of sarcasm comes right along with the both of us.
So don't let those times destroy your momentum, but we want to make sure that you take those moments and add them up over time. And as you listen to this show, we hope you fall in love with it and the content and the advice that is given here, because we really want you to grow. We want your business to take off. We want to make an impact on your life.
100%. And in fact, so much, one more person this isn't for. If you're just a listener and not an implementer, we're going to give you a lot of ideas along the way, and you're going to have a head full of ideas, and you're going to get frustrated with the lack of implementation eventually.
Yeah.
Do us both a favor, please. Take one of the ideas and do something with it. Put it into play as soon as you can.
And not only that, Don, right? We have this idea that we can multitask in our culture. And some of you right now might be listening to this while you're driving down the road.
True.
And we're hoping that you have so much value from this thing that you're going to have to pull over and take notes.
That's right.
An action item and write it down.
That's right.
So, don't get in a car accident. Don't listen to us in the background while you're doing something else. We really believe that the content we're going to bring you is going to help you grow your business.
That's right.
So what do we plan to do, DJ?
Yeah, so we have a couple different plans. One, it'll be Aaron and I talking real estate, talking about what's working, what's not, what we're hearing. Aaron and I talk to agents all over the country, all over the globe. And so there are ideas, and there's other agents' ideas that are working for them that we're either thinking about or implementing ourselves, or want to pass on to you to share. And then on the flip side, we will also be having guests, top performing real estate agents, again, around the globe, mostly from the States probably, that are doing amazing things in the real estate business as ordinary people, just taking extraordinary steps towards their success.
Wait a minute. Ordinary people can do extraordinary things?
I've heard.
Oh, wow.
I know.
So good.
I mean, there's hope for all of us. We can
There is.
all succeed and make an impact in the lives of others.
Yeah.
As long as we're taking
Sorry,
the
I
right.
stopped your momentum there. I'm so sorry.
You can't stop this momentum. Let's go.
Ahead, keep going.
Let's go. So yeah, we're gonna have great conversations. We're gonna share ideas. Again, Aaron and I have known each other since for
A long time.
25 years, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, 50 plus years. There was no gray. Aaron had hair.
Yes.
We've been through this, so we want to share the ideas, the good, the bad, the ugly, the stories that can impact you, make a difference, and then share those same stories from others around the globe that can, again, make an impact in your world.
And the agents that we bring on, and we might bring on some industry professionals,
That's true.
right?
Yes.
Top leaders that are making moves and helping others grow. We want to bring you different viewpoints and different backgrounds,
Yes.
so that you recognize, like Don said, that you can do this.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a specific personality type.
Doesn't.
It doesn't take a specific geographic area.
Not at all.
You don't have to be born into a real estate family.
No, sir.
You can step into a new community and rebuild your real estate career. You can work with buyers, you can work with sellers, and we want to bring all those different items to you from different agents that are doing it, so that you can take and you can start to work towards growing your business today.
Yeah, and not just different ideas, but sometimes we'll even bring opposing views on how to do something or what's going on in different marketplaces. And that's okay, because there's no wrong way to build a business, right? What speaks to you? What are you good at? What are you willing to do?
That's right.
And there's a lot of people we can serve like that in our industry.
So you had mentioned that you and I know each other. I've known each other for a combined 50 years.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's been a long time. 25 years.
We've known each other 25 years. We have 50 years plus of experience.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
That's true. And so that our listeners know a little bit about our background, we want you to know who we are.
Yeah.
Because we do believe that we've been really blessed to be in this industry as long as we have, and we have a lot of experience that we bring to the table. Don, why don't you start with yourself?
Sure.
Tell me about you and basically kind of your journey into real estate, and what brings you to the table right now where we're talking and recording this.
Yeah, you bet. What I'm really excited for us, we've never done this together
That's
like
true.
this. This is
That's
great.
true.
And for the listener, you're going to hear two completely different stories of how we got here together. And our journeys are very different. But if we were the same, one of us would be unnecessary. So I think that's a bonus. Bonus. So after 9 illustrious units in community college, 9 units in community college, I found myself at a job that I hated and I wasn't really good at. And I was getting paid to build things, and I wasn't really good at it, so I wasn't making a lot of money. And I happened to be at my house with my mom. I was 20 years old. And the phone rang by a buddy's dad that I had met at the Rams game a couple weeks before, offering me a job for a whopping $5 an hour to be his assistant, his gopher, while he sold 150 houses a year and ran a 60-man real estate office. And
Okay.
that's where I started. Was blessed to have 6 years working with him. Steve became a great mentor of mine, still is today. Shout out to Steve. Love you.
He
Love
just
you, Mr.
commented on
Stovall.
my Facebook post.
There he is.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He did it right. He built a great career. He and his wonderful wife Pam retired in Arizona, built their dream home, and are living their best lives. So I learned a ton in those 6 years. After the 6 years, I left and went out to sell real estate on my own. Went to where my previous manager was that used to work with us for a few months. And then Steve called me up and said, hey, there's these guys in Whittier you have to go see. They're right around the corner from your house. And you're probably going to go work for them. So I walked in. That's when I met you.
Steve, thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
I did not know. I've known you all this time. I didn't know you had that conversation with Steve.
Steve called me because of the Garden Grove office,
Yep.
Right? Back in the day that you guys
We
went in
bought
together
ish.
on.
Yeah.
You bought ish. And that's a story for another day. He said, you got to meet these guys. And I walked in, I met you and the other two guys, and we hit it off.
Yep.
And we spent a lot of time together. So as an agent, I was selling real estate there. Started business planning with all the agents while you were the second in command there. And gosh, were we in our mid-20s, I imagine then. Yep, that's where that was. And we ended up helping and growing this company to 400-ish agents. I know you had started before me doing that. We started around 70 agents, I believe. And so that was a lot of fun. Left there, opened my own company, resold that back to the company you were working with at the time, and we went and started another company or another office together, and ran a couple companies that way, sold some more real estate, and then became a real estate coach about 12 years ago with the Tom Ferry organization. So I am blessed to coach and sell real estate, and you and I not reconnect, but we always stayed connected. But after we stopped working together, we continuously met.
Yes.
In good times
And in bad.
and in bad times.
Someday we'll have to tell them about a Red Robin story.
That will be a topic of conversation, not today.
Not today.
Anyway, it's been an amazing journey, lots of ups and downs, lots of great people we've met along the way, lots of things we've learned, and more importantly, and what I get fulfilled with more than anything in our business, and I know you do, being able to help other people because of the journey we've been on is just the best part of that, and that's really why we're doing this podcast.
Well, and you and I have an affinity towards the realtor.
Yes.
Right? I grew up in a family, real estate was nowhere on my radar.
That's right.
And in fact, in 8th grade, I remember looking up at my parents' realtor who had helped them buy their house. And I thought, ooh, I don't like that guy. I never am going to do that.
That's funny.
God chuckled.
That's funny. You know, and I want to hear your story too. And something I forgot to mention, when I was 12.
Okay. I had to be 13 when I was in 7th grade.
Yes, I don't remember the grade. 4 o'clock.
6th grade.
Thank you very much.
I mean, unless you were held behind.
September birthday, so no telling. 12 or 13. I was 12. Don't know what grade I was in. Maybe it was preschool. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Probably not preschool. I went to work with my mom's real estate agents, Barbara and Bill, out in Cyprus.
Wow.
And at 4 o'clock in the morning on 4th of July, they came and picked me up from my house and had a boatload of other kids and the two of them, and we went and stuck flags in the ground and at condos all throughout Cyprus from 4 in the morning till 10 in the morning.
Wow.
There's a ton of us. Went back to the office and there was breakfast and the whole thing. And that was my first exposure to the real estate industry that turned into dropping notepads on farming for the agents.
Wow.
Boys and girls who are farming, this guy got paid 3 cents a house for dropping notepads off. Woo. Thank you very much. Righteous bucks in the real estate business back in the day. So my real estate beginnings actually go back to 12.
Wow.
Yeah, you didn't know that story either, did you?
I did not. But But think about the statement that we opened up with early on in the show today,
Mhm.
that this is really business. You have to work hard.
Yes.
Your agents, your parents' agent, picked you up at 4 a.m. Most realtors are snoozing.
They
the
just went to
alarm at
sleep.
7.
Yeah, they just went to sleep
AM.
at 2:30. That's why.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's usually what
Yeah.
happens.
Get to work, people.
Let's go.
You know how this business works? It works when you work.
Your raise becomes effective when you do.
That's right.
Yes, that's an old one.
I want a better commission split. It works when you do.
It does.
That's
it
right.
does.
That's
All right.
Yeah. So I was young. I was probably 7th grade, 8th grade, 7th grade when I was looking up. We just moved up to the Bay Area, and I did not like the realtor. I thought, I'm not going to become that guy. But I started working at this company that Dawn and I met at while I was in college. I got married when I was in college. Got married young, and we just celebrated 28 years together. Super excited.
How old were you when you got married?
20.
20. I was 23. We celebrate 28 in May. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was so good. So I was still in school, and I needed to get a job because now I'm a husband, and we had rent to pay, and nobody was paying that rent for us.
That's right.
We didn't have parents. We didn't live at home. We have parents, but we didn't have parents who were paying the bills.
Right.
And we were living at home, and so I needed a job, and this job opened up at this real estate company right down the street from Biola University.
That's right.
And so I could quickly drive there, get back to class. I literally was working 30 some hours a week, my final semester of 18 units at Biola. And it was just a lot. And I was married, and we were volunteering at church. It was too much, honestly, looking back at it, but we got it done.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I have been in real estate since before I graduated college.
That's fantastic.
I went and got my MBA, got my broker's license, started running the company and leading the company for the owner. And you're right, we built it up, and we had a lot of great success.
Yes.
And then that house of cards, as well as every other real estate company, it seemed like in 2007,
Yes.
when the market crashed, just spiraled down, and I was without a job. I had to go work and sell full time without a salary, and did that.
Yes.
And so ended up at Prudential, ended up doing a lot of business there, did 22 transactions, I believe, in my first year selling real estate full time, and just got bigger and better from there. And I'm very grateful that we can find ourselves here today,
Yes.
14, 15 years after that day. Still selling real estate. I've got another bald brother as a teammate, and we call ourselves the Bald Brothers team. And you and I get to train and
Yes.
coach and lead
Yes.
all of the agents at the Impact Realty Group.
We do.
So
we
that's
do.
exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. And as I'm hearing you speak, I'm also reminded of our first round when we were training the agents. Our first training location outside of our office,
That was fun.
right next door,
Right next door.
to the hair salon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think the room maybe held 20 human beings. Maybe.
Mhm.
I think I'm being generous, actually.
I wonder where I got those desks. There were school desks.
Yes, we had
Remember?
school desks
Yeah,
that
school
our
desks.
students were
Yeah,
sitting on.
I don't
That's
know where I
right.
got those, but I got them.
We did. We piecemealed it together because, again, we wanted to bring in good quality humans
Yeah.
and train them up in the
Yeah.
real estate business.
Which leads me to one other person that this audience is for. If you're getting into the real estate market,
Yes.
congratulations.
Yes.
We do want to talk to
Welcome.
you. We want to help mentor you. We want to help you grow. And so hopefully we can do that through this show. Hopefully we can do it in person,
Yes.
over the phone, via Zoom, however.
Yes.
And so we know that's a long journey. And what I'm excited about looking back at Dawn and I's history is that, we've trained over 300 agents together.
At least.
Right?
Yes.
Well, and you've coached way more than that. But
Oh,
I'm
sure.
talking about those that have gone through our curriculum, those that went through all those classes, and many of them are still successful today.
Still in the business today. Yes.
Despite the fact that 87% of all agents disappear within 4 years.
One more time.
87% of all agents disappear within 4 years.
People in the back of the room, listen up.
That's right, because if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you will not be in real estate in 4 years. We don't want that to be you.
No. The club you don't want to be part of is Club 87. The club you want to be part of is Club 13. That's the idea here. We want you to be lasting in this business as long as you
That's right.
want to be in the business.
That's right.
And if you sell out, of inventory, and the cash in the bank allows you to do what you want to do, God bless you. That's why we're here.
That's right. So if you want to be part of Club 13,
Yes, sir.
go to our website.
Our website.
Our website. In fact, we want you to do a little bit more than that, okay? Don't tune out yet, because we have a very critical call to action right now. And if you're a realtor, you need this in everything that you do as well. And so hopefully you recognize the need to create your own call to action,
Yes.
because every agent that makes a phone call, sends out a mailer, sends out an email without a very clear and distinct call to action, you basically wasted your money, time, and talent.
That's right.
So here's our call to action. Don, give us your Instagram account.
At Coach Don Jacks.
At Coach Don Jacks, just like it sounds. Super easy.
Yes.
Mine is at Aaron Zapata. That's AARONZAPATA.
As otherwise known, Aaron Zapata.
That's right. So now you know how to spell my name forever.
That's right.
Your nickname, just so people kind of get it when we talk about back and forth, DJ.
DJ is fine. Coach Don
Coach Don.
is equally fine.
You might hear me call him the Music Man, because DJs play music.
He's the only one who's ever done it, but yes, that's a 20-year plus nickname also.
Which I gave to you.
You absolutely did, yes.
And sometimes you call me
AZ.
and that stands for what state in our United States?
That would be Arizona, where we are not located at
That's
the
right.
time. However, if you are an agent in Arizona, AZ, why don't you come visit us and I'll introduce you to another AZ.
Yeah, so sometimes he calls me Arizona.
Arizona.
Actually, Dave calls me Arizona more than you do.
Yeah,
So,
I shorten it to AZ.
That's
yes.
right. So go follow us on Instagram. Not dial in, but look up our website, and it's going to be at www.realimpactshow.com.
One more time, www.realimpactshow.com.
And contact us today, because we want to hear from you. We want to know that you like it. We want to know that you like the show. We want to know that you're listening to the show. We want you to share it. We want you to subscribe to it. Hit that little follow button on your podcast app, on Spotify, wherever you're listening to this. We just want to know that you're enjoying it.
Absolutely. And listen, this is our first show back. If you like what you're hearing, leave us a review, please, as
Absolutely.
well. It always helps the algorithm, and
It does.
quite frankly, it makes us feel better about ourselves. So we really appreciate it.
It does. It does. And as our friend over there at Dave Ramsey says, if you don't like the show, don't leave us a review. Just go listen to something else.
Just go turn the
Just go.
channel.
Just
That's
go.
it.
It's great.
That's it.
Hey, so we're going to sign off here today on this Welcome Back show.
Yes.
So we're
yes.
welcoming you back, and we hope to have you back on our next episode.
Looking forward to it.
God bless. We'll talk to you soon.